Hello, I hope everybody is doing well. So what I want to do here today is just give a brief overview of the CAM trial instructional videos that we have created for our customers. We've created these videos because we want to give you the tools as well as the support that you might need in order to make this trial a success. We understand that when you're trying out a new software, it can be very frustrating and time consuming, and that's really the last thing that we want. So hopefully these videos will alleviate some of that. So in our first video in this series, it's a brief introduction to the NX CAM trial, where we will cover how to load your trial environment, and we'll touch on some distinct behaviors of the online environment, and we'll also cover some key differences between the online environment and a localized seat of NX. There's some things that don't work the same because it is an online environment, and we want to make sure that you are aware of those differences. We definitely don't want someone to think that you can't use a space mouse in NX, because that's just not the case. It just doesn't work in the Citrix environment that the trial is using. So we'll be covering things like that in our first video. In the second video, we'll be covering as much of the NX basics that we can squeeze into a 10-minute video. We'll cover topics like the overall layout of NX, the location of specific toolbars, ribbon bars, and menus and how to use them, and we'll discuss different resource bar options, what they are, and how you'll use them within the CAM environment. We'll also walk through a few basic commands that are good to know when using the software, like how to move objects, how to measure features on a model, and how coordinate systems work and how you'll use them in the software. Our third video is on assemblies, and what we like about this one is that we're not just going to show you how assemblies work inside NX, we're going to show you how to import your own files into the online environment so that you can use the CAM trial and parts and geometry that you are familiar with within your industry. So we'll cover how to upload your own files and how to import them into NX. We'll also show you how to create a new manufacturing file, show you how to assemble your newly uploaded files into the manufacturing file, and then move those assembled components into their correct position. In our fourth video, we'll cover the basics of the CAM environment, where we'll dive deeper into the CAM Operation Navigator, which is where you'll spend most of your time when creating toolpath. We'll show you how to create a manufacturing setup by specifying your manufacturing coordinate system, which defines your machine home base where your G-code will post from. And we'll also walk through defining your part model and your stock model that the software will use to drive toolpath, and we'll also define some check geometry that the software will use as avoidance criteria for things like fixtures and clamps. Our fifth video will cover the creation of cutting tools. The demo part that comes preloaded in the trial only has a few tools that are used for the specific demo part, so we wanted to make sure that you were able to create your own tools that you can use for your own parts in the demo. So in this video, we'll walk through how to create a bullnose end mill, a ball nose end mill, and a drill, and also add holders to each of them. In the next video, we'll walk through the different CAM operation types used to create toolpath and show you how to create new toolpath of your own. We'll review the toolpath operations that came pre-programmed with a demo and explain how they were created, discussing different cut pattern options, how to control how close the tool is cutting to the part, and containment features such as boundaries. We'll take a look at different clearance options, as well as show how to control your engagement into material and your retracts out of the material. And after we walk through the example operations that come in the demo, we'll show how to create 5-axis side milling operations, the fixed axis contouring operations, and multiple variable axis contouring operations. We really tried to cover the whole gambit from 3-axis programming to more complex 5-axis programming as quickly as we possibly could. In our last video, we'll show you how you can use NX to visually see your toolpath at work. We'll walk you through how to use NX toolpath visualization and toolpath animation to verify that your toolpath is being processed correctly by watching the material being removed from the stock model. And we'll show you some different toolpath review and analyzation options that are available. And lastly, we'll show you how you can load a virtual machine center into your CAM environment and perform a full simulation of your posted G-code before it's ran in your machine. So that's a basic overview of what our CAM trial videos will cover. Again, our hope is that you can use these videos to jumpstart your trial period and get the most out of the 30 days that you possibly can. And if you run into any issues during this trial period, don't hesitate to reach out, because we'll be here to help in whatever way that we can.